Jamie and Johnny starts right now on Access Hollywood.
Hey! Ain't nobody ever gave me nothing.
I got a double dose of Jamie Foxx today.
Double the fun.
Everything's coming up. Nomination roses. Ms. Benning, please hold. Ms. Swank, please hold. We have an Oscar phone face-off.
Plus, what special plans does Oscar have for Johnny Carson?
Because you're not going to see the likes of him ever again.
Jay's emotional tribute.
She was crying, of course.
And who let Ed McMahon know this?
He loved you, Ed, and I said I loved him, too.
Then, Johnny's personal life, the highs, the lows,
I don't handle alcohol well at all, no.
and the secret he shared with Doc about his marriages.
But you know, beyond the kidding,
You want to see where Johnny Carson's dressing room was?
A day in Johnny's life.
Who opened the curtain every night for Johnny, just that little bit? We have him.
oh God,
I am not Oscar material.
Oscar Mayer, maybe.
So here's to Oscar's past and high hopes of a rosy future.
Lights, camera, Oscars.
Access.
It has taken 11 years, but Leonardo DiCaprio, Oscar has come a-calling again. Hi, everybody. I'm Nancy O'Dell from the home of the Academy Awards, the Kodak Theater. And it is here where Leo's film, The Aviator, hopes to hear its name called out over and over again. And chances are pretty good because The Aviator has received the most nominations of any film with 11. And duking it out for second place is Finding Neverland and $1 Million Baby with 7 nominations each. But it is Ray's Jamie Foxx who has joined a very elite group. And Sean Robinson is with the Fox.
Nancy, I'm with the man who's having double the pleasure, double the fun today.
Oh, wow.
That was a good one.
That's a good look.
hit the road, Jack.
Hey!
Easy for you.
Well, I tell you what, this is beautiful. Ain't nobody ever gave me nothing.
Jamie, you've sure got your hands full today.
Georgia. Georgia.
And he's got more than Georgia on his mind, making Oscar history this morning with not 1, but 2 Academy Award nominations.
You probably knew you were going to get 1,
Yeah.
but 2.
No, we had no idea.
No
Yeah,
idea.
No idea.
Collateral was a complete surprise.
Collateral was a complete surprise.
Jamie's only the 10th person to be nominated in both acting categories in the same year. One supporting nod for his Taxi Driver opposite Tom Cruise in Collateral. The other a Best Actor nod for his picture-perfect portrayal of the late, great Ray Charles.
Yeah, I think the boy got it. Yeah, he got it.
And he sure had it today, tickling the ivories at the Gibson Baldwin Piano Showroom in Beverly Hills.
I got a woman way over town. It's good to me. Yeah.
Run down the list of people who called you today that we know.
Oh, man. This girl named, no, I'm just kidding. From Bruce Willis to Sean Puffy Combs to Halle Berry.
Who left the funniest one for you?
Puffy.
Oh, what did he say?
Hysterical. I can't say it on screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Howard Hughes.
Jamie's biggest competition is the other biopic star, The Aviator's Leonardo DiCaprio. As billionaire Howard Hughes.
We are in a street fight, and I'm not going to lose.
Well, hold on, Leo. Besides Jamie, you do have to beat out your what's-eating Gilbert Grape co-star and second-time nominee Johnny Depp. First-timer Hotel Rwanda's Don Cheadle, and the big surprise addition of Clint Eastwood as a tortured boxing trainer in $1 Million Baby. A pleasant surprise for his nominated co-star Hilary Swank, who Billy spoke to by phone early this morning.
I gotta think you're ecstatic today, but is there one person you might be a little more happy for today than yourself?
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
I'm so thrilled. I heard the nominations, I heard his name, and I just was screaming.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, congratulations. We have some flowers for you.
Oh, my God. Look at this. Did you see that?
How'd you feel?
How did you get these stamped like this?
I painted them this morning. There's a picture of Nancy,
Oh,
picture of Billy Bush. Just watch for the thorns.
There are no thorns in this experience.
Our friendly floral delivery man, Tim Vincent, shared the surprise with The Aviator's Alan Alda, who after a career of 30 Emmy nominations, today got his first Oscar nod.
I didn't believe it. I was watching it and didn't believe it when I saw it.
So it was a complete shock to you?
It was shock before, during, and after. My wife was jumping up and down, and I thought, why is she jumping like that? If you got nominated, you'd be surprised.
I'd be running around naked.
Yes. Well, that's not a bad idea.
Come on, let's do it now.
Hey, hold that thought.
Flowers for Catalina. Flowers for Catalina. There you go. I wanted to be the first to officially congratulate you on your nomination.
And newcomer Catalina Cedeno Moreno may just upset those front-running ladies with her dramatic Spanish-speaking role in Maria Full of Grace.
You know, it's too much for me. It's too much everything for me. Oh my God. I'm gonna start crying.
Oh, you don't have to cry.
Too much this morning.
No surprise, but a few tears this morning with Tony Potts for Golden Globe nominee, now first-time Oscar nominee, Virginia Madsen, for her Best Supporting Actress role in the independent comedy Sideways.
Well, I knew it was going to be Cate Blanchett. I was like, I knew it was going to be Laura Linney. I did not know it was going to be me. You know?
So did you do the nomination dance, or did you just
yeah, I mean,
faint?
I just started screaming and jumping up and down and felt a little faint. It's a little early in the morning to be doing that.
But left out was Virginia's Sideways co-star Paul Giamatti, who got pushed out to make room for Clint Eastwood in the Best Actor category.
I was quite frankly surprised about Paul. I thought he would be in there.
I was too, but you know, Thomas talked to Paul this morning and yesterday actually, and Paul felt like, you know, he